Hey guys. Thanks, Chris. How come no one freaking warned me? I just watched that episode right before this. Like, I'm not even done editing it yet. I'm not even halfway done editing it yet. That video is gonna be long. I can already tell you that much. That's rough, buddy. Ah, no, tell me about it. Shouldn't be nearly as entertained as I am by the live title alone, yet here I am. Hey, Shania. How's your week? Turns out I have a sinus infection, so yeah, got antibiotics for that yesterday. Hey, Cass, how have you been? Well, glad that I finally got antibiotics and kind of fucked up, to be honest, because I watched that episode right before this. Actually, like, pretty much, like, right as soon as I ended that video, that's when I created the live. Because I was so mad. That video, like, it's gonna be so freaking long. It's gonna be long, let me tell you. I still want to cry. It would have been a huge spoiler. I know. I'm glad that you guys didn't tell me, but I'm mad. I'm so mad. We didn't want to give spoilers. No warning because of spoilers. Because most of us like to avoid spoilers. We deliberately didn't. We wish to laugh with glee at your reaction. I've been dreading it. No, I'm sorry. Everyone goes through it. I'm so upset. I was so angry. You know what? I don't want to give like spoilers to my own video because it's gonna come out tomorrow. It'll be out tonight on Patreon because it'll be done shortly after live is over. But just the outro, my outro is so long because I'm like so mad. I was so mad. Hi, Aurora. When you said that thing about Tara not being in the intro during your last angel reaction, I was like, but the thing is they added her to the intro for this episode. They had me all fucked up because I was like, yeah, they finally added her to the intro. And I was like, so I started editing it and I only got through like maybe 10, 15 minutes of the video of editing it. And there was a part where I'm like, man, I love Tara. They got me all fucked up in that episode. But now that you know what happens, have an internet hug. Oh, thanks. Let Poncho lick up your nose. He'll clean it out. The credits thing might be the meanest thing this show ever did. Oh, the intro? Wait, was there something in the... Was there something after the credits again? I don't think so. Mm-mm. I'm sorry, it's been a rough 20 years and I'm still heartbroken. I'm mad, for sure. That was the most emotional I think a show has ever made me, to be honest. Hey, I cried 15 years ago when I saw it for the first time. I had mixed emotions about it, yeah. The show is about facing adversity. Fuck adversity. I'm sorry, I should say that. I'm just so mad. I get it though, but I'm mad. You didn't know that reaction viewers thrive on negative emotions. Oh, for sure. For sure. More people, because anger gets people stirred up and wanting to do something. If people get happy, they're like, "Oh, happiness! Like we finally got a happy ending. I'm content." And now I say that because I'm making fun of myself. But when somebody's angry, they're gonna be talking about it. They're gonna be like, I compared it to Alexa too, because I was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, that Love Wins thumbnail was rough knowing what episode you were on. Yeah, I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Hey, Kirby. Hey, Lucy. Let the hate flow through you. It's a taco? Well, no, this is a piece of bread. So I'm not just eating a piece of bread, but I kind of am. Jasmine made homemade bread. So I'm eating homemade bread. I didn't realize you post them that soon after you watch. I almost commented on Angel episode today about how I was hoping it would be the Buffy. Yeah, no, I pretty much record the episode that's going to go out like the next day. I record that episode. So I'm only like one episode ahead. I used to be way like farther ahead, but I just can't there's no way. I used to record a bunch ahead of time and then just kind of like edit throughout the day or like the days. But purposefully did that play. Oh, they purposefully did that to play with our emotions, brilliant and evil. It's very fucked up. False sense of security. It's literally like this same thing they did with Alexa. And I think that's why I was more driven by hate than anything else. More angers on that front. And I think it's funny because I already know, like, when it happened, I didn't show much shock because I think I was just like, I had so much shock that I think I was like frozen. And I was like, what the just happened? And then hi, Cassidy, no one wanted to spoil you. In Whedon shows, he always kills off main characters totally unexpectedly. They're always heartbroken, or there's always heartbreakers in his shows. Nobody is ever ready for them. Well, it's fucked up. Show writers are evil? I After seeing enough, you start to clue into the things are going too good, and we've got episodes left in the season. Well, yes and no, because majority of the season was really heartbroken, or like heartbreaking. So the only good that we've had this entire season was them getting back together. Yeah, the episode sent me into an emotional meltdown. That's basically what it had. I meant adding Tara to the intro. It's such a mean rug pull. Oh, yeah, no, I know. Tell me about it. I don't even remember what episode you're referring to in my defense. Lucy, come on. I don't know. I felt like the body was still the meanest thing after her mom first getting better. I think creation-wise, the body is still my favorite episode. But definitely the episode that has gotten me the most emotional was that episode. Fun fact, Amber Benson and Adam Bosch Warren dated in real life. I thought I saw something about that. They almost did the same thing in season 1. Jesse was supposed to be the main in the main titles, the same 2 episodes they killed him in. They ended up scrapping the idea, but then brought it back for Tara. So fucked up. I was so happy about that too. I am one of those people who feel like the events of that episode needed to happen, especially with Spike. The line between soulless vampire and man needed to be drawn clearly for the audience. Yeah, what happened with him too was also like fucked up. And now Buffy is in the hands of Amber Benson. She has had her revenge on Joss. A lot of people hate the 3 nerds, but they are like when you play tennis alone in a wall, they're useless, but you need them to keep playing. Yeah, we are all a bit mad at that in other parts you probably remember. I like happy and angry reactions. Really, I just enjoy strong emotions since I am a little emotionally detached myself. It helps me connect to the material. Same. That's why I really enjoy being a reactor, because I don't really have a lot of emotions. The only thing that ever gave me a lot of emotions was like watching shows and movies. And like I've been told several times in my reactions, like people are shocked when I don't cry or whatever. I have cried a couple of times. I can count on like one hand how many times I've cried in reaction. I've almost cried several times. I bawled my freaking eyes out at Unsaid Emily in Julie and the Phantoms. Bawled my eyes out to the point where I was like snotting and everything. I cried at the ending of Bly Manor. Cried in the beginning of The Last of Us. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, that episode, yeah. I definitely wanted to warn you about that incoming trope, but no spoilers in your reactor, so definitely couldn't mess with your reaction. Oh, well, thank you. I do appreciate you guys not giving me spoilers. But it's really fucked up. That episode was fucked up. It's funny that you thought of Lexa because that episode was often referenced when that happened. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the same exact thing. Basically. That Love Wins from the prior episode got us all ready for Impact. I didn't even think about, because I just watched the episode like not even an hour ago. So, like I didn't even realize that until somebody commented on it. I felt heartbroken for Willow after this episode, and her grief almost destroyed her. I can tell that it's about to. Buckle up, it's going to be a dark ride here on out. It's been a dark ride. Season 5, dude. Just the whole season 5, and then this season especially has been really, really dark. There are things going to happen on Angel that I still resent the writers for, but it did make for good TV, I guess. Okay, well, don't tell me about Angel. Well, the writers had to write what Joss wanted in this case. In Comic-Con in Dublin in 2019, James Marsters spoke at length about the scene with Buffy in the bathroom and how he didn't want to do it. He had to have therapy after it. I'm sure. It kind of messed me up a little bit, like watching it. And I'm like, just... Yeah. I thought that was going to be the big thing that was going to happen in that episode. The body fake out is something that people who face similar tragedy experience. They have a moment where they imagine it didn't happen and snap back to reality. I think I would probably end up doing that too. I think we all knew you would be pissed off at the ending. It really sucked. I was so mad, and you'll be able to tell. It's a long outro. It's going to be a longer video for sure. What are you eating? I'm hungry. It was your bread. I was eating your bread. When does the reaction go out? It'll go out tonight on Patreon and then tomorrow on here on YouTube. Joyce's death was tragic, but Tara's death was devastatingly cruel. Oh, for sure. For sure. You are very stoic. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes I love it, but you do you. I know. And that's just me. That's just me. I've watched reactors before who you could totally tell were faking their reactions, I think, for the views. And I don't think that people could probably say the same for me, because I don't have a whole my reactions, and some people, you know, love it or hate it, like when I don't have a whole lot of emotions. I think what I provide for being a reactor is like my commentary, and then of course the reactions that I do have when I have it, and about certain things. Because of the fact that I'm not very emotional, like I said earlier, it helps me out a lot being a reactor, because it gets me a step out of my comfort zone a little bit. By also being in my comfort zone, like I have one foot out and then one foot in, and it helps me be able to work with emotions and be able to experience more emotions by doing this. And I really, I have a lot of appreciation for that. So, I think I'm just learning how to kind of have emotions. So, hey, Joanne. Will you ever watch other reactors seeing, oh my gosh, I can't read that. Will you ever watch other reactors seeing red reactions? Probably. I literally just watched it. So, yeah, probably later. I realize this is off topic, but I must wonder how you felt about the Xena episode someone had you watch. I loved it. I loved it. I hope that someone else recommends it again pretty soon. Unless it's a request or something that I'm currently doing, then like I just don't have time to watch it. It's funny because like I bought for Black Friday, I just bought a TV for downstairs, and a new TV. Because we completely redid the living room. Was it a month or two ago? We completely redid the living room because we weren't using the living room at all. But I don't know. Like I get in these moods where I need change, and I'm like, we needed to. It was at the time where Zion was starting to like. He has this little walker. Well, we call it his car. But he goes in it and he like can run around in his car, and he's getting to the point where he is grabbing things, where he's touching things. And one of the couches was torn up by Poncho when he was a puppy. And so there were staples hanging out and like wood, like splintery pieces. And so I was like, shit, we got to get rid of this couch. So we, had someone come and pick it up, and then we completely redid the living room about a month or two ago. And where was I going with this? Oh, so I got a new TV and everything. But the funny thing is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 TVs in this house, and I don't watch. I don't watch a lot of TV. So hold on. Sorry, I didn't want you guys hearing all that. But yeah, so I'm hoping that someone recommends it pretty soon. I know, so in 2024, I have so many things that I'm going to end up doing. I'm so excited for. So I might have time in 2024 to do it. But at this point, like I have so many ideas for 2024, I will probably end up already having my schedule made before 2024 starts. Have you ever read the book or seen the miniseries Sharp Objects with Amy Adams? It's great, but intense. No, I haven't seen it. What's it on? The only 2 movies I can... Oh, wait. Here we go. The only 2 movies I can clearly remember crying at are The Best Man Holiday and Nimona. I still haven't seen the Nimona one. Nimona? Cassie, do you know how many people die in this show? It's been a long time since I've seen the show all the way through, and a lot of the episodes are jumbled in my mind. I got there eventually. Oh yeah. Marsters had it written into the future contracts that he wouldn't do scenes like that again. Well, good. You could tell like that he was beaten up about it. Not just the character, but Marsters. James now has in his acting writer that he will not do those scenes under any circumstances. Good for him. Oh my gosh, the title, you were so naive and you kept calling them Endgame. We couldn't say anything. Don't call me naive. I had hope, okay? Gosh. Yeah, there's no way Cass is fake. We know she's the real thing, which is why I'm still here. Oh, well, thanks, Scott. You do have emotions when you act. I do, but especially after watching a lot of other reactors, I definitely don't have as much as some other reactors do. Some I absolutely love. And I can't remember what their fucking name is at the top of my head. But I watched their Last of Us reactions. There are a couple And I think they mainly do HBO shows, or from what I could tell whenever I was watching their Last of Us reactions, I really enjoyed them. Because the guy is very, he's a lot like me. He's very like commentary, and like he has emotions too, but like he's very like, just, oh my gosh, he is very like analytical. And then she is the emotional like type, and I absolutely love their dynamic. But yeah. I find the Willow arc really good with magic after this. No spoilers though. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, definitely don't give me any more spoilers. The bathroom scene. This is also why intimacy coordinator is such an important job. Agreed. I think that people are drawn to people who are genuine, which I think you are. Nobody wants fake emoting. Well, thank you. Joss Whedon hates your happiness. I know, apparently. In that same Comic-Con in Dublin, Spike and Buffy scene parallels were also drawn with Faith sexually assaulting Xander in season 3, episode 15, Consequences, after he told her to stop and she tried to murder him. Yeah, that was a messed up episode as well. Might I suggest just watching the rest of the season tonight while the feeling from this is still fresh? Time. I have no time. I wish I could. Jeez. I wish I could. Hey, Shar. Hey, Tracy. Season 6 was terrible, but also incredible. It is. I don't know how else to put that, but what you said. It's terrible, but incredible. You know, the thing about that scene is that Buffy and Spike kick the shit out of each other all the time. She's always able to protect herself, but the writers took away her Slayer powers so that he could take advantage of her. Oof. Did you see the new GTA 6 trailer? I didn't. I haven't played any GTA game. Not that I won't. I never have. A lot of good trailers came out in the last week. Furiosa and Ella Purnell's new show, Fallout. Have you seen any of them? No, I have not, but I do want to react to Fallout, but I want to play the game first. I know that Fallout comes out in April, so I want to try to get the game and play it before it comes out. It's going to have to end up comparing to like The Last of Us, and at least in my mind, I'm going to be comparing it to The Last of Us. So I want to try and not do that, but it is hard with how amazing The Last of Us was. Xena would be huge on your YouTube channel. I think it would too. With a lot of big things that I'm planning on doing next year, I might be able to fit it in with how I'm gonna do things. I'm gonna do things a little bit different in 2024. Not massively different. I'm still planning on like doing like daily videos, but it's gonna be a little bit different. Like I think I don't want to do the same, and this is the thing that pretty much ever since I started, I'll get to the point where I do like one show at a time, and I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to mix it up a little bit. I want to do like an episode of like this show, and then an episode of this show the next day, and then an episode of this show the day after that, and then an episode like going back and forth, kind of like how I do with Buffy and Angel, although Buffy and Angel, like they go together. So like you kind of have to watch them together, like at a certain like way. But I want to kind of like pick out different, I have so many ideas with 2024, and I'm so excited. I want to do more movies as well. So I'm going to be throwing in some more movies. I'm going to be throwing in different shows, different types of shows, seeing what's like, what's going to end up working out. I have a couple of new things that I want to try watching that I haven't ever watched before. So like I have so many ideas and I'm so excited for it. I can't fucking wait. To be fair, Willow and Tara should have been in-game. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Oh, for sure. For sure. Hey, Cass. Hey, guys. Just came in to say hello. Hope you guys are all good. And hopefully, Cass, you don't get to watch too much traumatizing stuff. Being a 1987 gay trauma was real with Buffy, Lost and Delirious. Nikki and Steven. Yeah, that's right. Dang it. Hold up. I dropped the tissue. Oh, and by the way, Nissa's in here. Nissa has been in here like every day for the past like week or 2 weeks. So in like some videos you can see her because she'll like walk up to the door, but I'll go open the door to let her out. And then she goes, nah, I'm just kidding. I don't really want to go. I'm like, bitch. But yeah, she's in here right now in her corner. Just like right there. So if you hear occasional weird noises, that's her. I will always root for Hercules' reaction coupled with Xena. I'm sure I'll like work it in there too. How are you, Cass? I'm okay. I think I'll be a lot better like soon. Mainly sinus infection and then this stupid freaking episode. I'd be down to rewatch Xena. Last time was so long ago. I was still a kid. I'll try to make that a priority then. I'll try to make Xena a priority in 2024 and then all of my other stuff too. Nikki and Steven is a couple, yeah. Lesbian in the 90s cinema meant death in movies and series. Yeah, it's still a thing. Lesbian death is still a thing. I like that Spike was evil again. His character was lame since season 4, in my opinion. I did like him. I preferred him as a villain. I like the character, but this episode, yeah, obviously some things have changed with that, but Whedon claimed that Tara's death was very painful for him. He said, I couldn't even discuss it in story meetings without getting upset physically, which is why I knew it was the right thing to do. Oh, like I was so mad. I was shaking with like anger and like in my outro, and like I said, my outro is pretty long. I'm so angry and frustrated. So you've seen Seeing Red? Yes, I have. I know that don't make me mad again. I know that this episode was horrible, but I do actually think the season finishes quite strong. Hopefully. I have all 6 seasons of Xena on DVD. That's crazy. DVDs. DVDs. The Lexus scene gave all the 90s viewers of Buffy PTSD in the 100. Oh, I got because watching this one after watching the Lexa one, I got Lexa PTSD. Xena reactors are rare to see. I'll try to fit it in. The Fallouts are good games, but they are big and long. You can sink dozens, if not hundreds of hours into them. May I recommend Fallout 4? Do you not have to play them in order? Is it like one of those types of shows? Games? Once you're done with Buffy, you should react to Veronica Mars. Actually, I think I just got a Patreon request for that. Hold on. Like today. Like this morning. Yep. Sure did. If I remember correctly, Xena also had a few crossovers with the Hercules series that was going on at that time. Xena is a Hercules spinoff. Oh, is it not the other way around? Yes, Hercules has some important episodes related to Xena. In fact, you're supposed to start with Hercules first because that's where Xena first appears. Oh, okay. Season 6 took the worst character traits of our mains and put them at the forefront. Buffy's isolation, Xander's lack of maturity, and Willow's reliance on magic. That's a good way to look at it. I love when a show grabs me emotionally, and yeah, Buffy season 6 did that very good. The Buffyverse shows are still my favorite after all this time. Other shows sadly drop the ball most of times. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like some of these episodes, the body, obviously seeing red, and like just those 2 episodes have just so much emotion. I will forever remember those episodes. Lost and Delirious has the worst ending. Show me the Nissa. I don't know if she'll come out. Nissa. It's kind of crazy because she's been in here a lot. That's her bed right there. It almost kind of blends in. So sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. If I like end up cleaning in here and I push it up against the wall. Because it's like the same exact color as a carpet too. And it's one of those flat beds. Does she lay in it? No. She ain't gonna come out. That's her corner. She loves corners. She has this corner in my office, and then she has a corner in my bedroom that she really likes. She has a corner right out here, right outside my office, and then she has a corner downstairs, which is halfway taken up by the Christmas tree, but it's the only place we could put the Christmas tree, so I do feel kind of bad that we took half her corner. I think I already know who your favorite character will be in Xena. We'll see. No, the Fallouts are like an anthology show. They're all set in the same universe, but they don't continue the same story. So what is the show going to be based on? Is it going to be based on Fallout 4, or is it going to be, or is the show going to be something completely different? Xena is a spinoff of Hercules. To fully get everything in Xena, there's probably a bare minimum episode set of Hercules you could do casually as a lead up to starting Xena, but probably skippable. Okay. Oh yes, more Veronica Mars reactions. I love that show. The people saying Willow and Tara should have been endgame, I agree, but the emphasis on should. Tara's death is one of the best pivot moments of the show, so that it happened is kind of bittersweet in my opinion. I get like as a creator of the show, it's very important. Like the storyline and like I completely understand it, but as a viewer, I'm like, fuck you. You know, I have like two, like when it comes to reactings, it's kind of hard because I'm like, okay, like I see it. I see what they're doing here. But like at the same aspect, like, yeah. Or like the baby, like Angel's baby situation. Yeah. That's a big one for me. Season 1 of Veronica Mars is some of the best television made. Veronica Mars was so much fun. Hercules is terrific. The Fallout show is a news story taking place several years after Fallout 4. Gotcha. On a lighter note, have you ever seen What We Do in the Shadows, either the series or the Taika Waititi movie? They're both freaking hilarious. No, I haven't seen them. I don't think so anyway. The thing is, Amber Benson wanted to leave the show. Oh, really? Why did she want to leave the show? Was it because of Joss? Because I think she's doing so. I think she's supposed to be a part of the Spike audio book thing, or audio podcast. That's the same thing. The audio series. That's what I meant to say. The more I watch it, the more my original belief is confirmed. Season 6 sucks, and the show should have ended after season 5. I mean, I don't think it necessarily sucks. It's just definitely a lot of heartbreak, for sure. I think she's like a producer for the audio series. I think so too. I think that's what my friend told me. Season 6 just destroys every single character arc in the entire series that was being built up. I could see that. Especially with Xander. I thought Nissa was going to come out of her corner because she was like moving and stuff, but I guess not. Oh my gosh, did you guys watch there's that new movie on Netflix that I really liked. It was really cute. We watched it with Zion. It's called Leo. Oh, cute. So cute. And I think Amber Benson wasn't she a producer of some sort or a writer? I can't remember. I need to charge this thing. On wanting to leave the show, this was a Warner Brothers, and I don't know what UPN is. The cast wasn't going to get massive salaries to keep them on board, so after multiple years, some would like to move on. It seems like that's always kind of been an issue, huh? Leo, never heard of it. Well, it's a movie. It's like a little cartoon movie or whatever. But it was really cute. We ended up watching it with Zion, like I said, but it's Adam Sandler's movie. It's really good. Everyone in the Buffyverse is problematic. Let's remember that Xander is based on Joss. Is it really? I didn't know that. I would never say no to more Buffy. I'm happy with the last 2 seasons. I would even give a remake a chance. That's why I'm always like iffy about remakes in general. I mean, like if the right person does it or whatever, then you can try. You just have a reputation that you have to uphold. So, but there's been good remakes out there. Not a lot, but as a Floridian, you should check GTA Vice City and via Sam Andreas is my favorite though. I saw something. The funny thing is I saw something on Twitter today about like the so many similarities that a GTA game had with Florida, and I'm like, Lord, I hate Florida. In my opinion, I really appreciate Xena, and to get a feel for the entire universe, you should at least watch Hercules until the end of her arc. Then go to Xena. Her Hercules episodes are really important. Where can I watch Hercules? I think I've seen it somewhere. Is it on? It's on something. She writes books. Amber Benson. I saw a part of a remake for the audio series. Anthony Head doesn't look to be in a good place cognitively. Hope it was just a bad day. Ooh. Well, he's older. So I think, what is he in he's like, I'm curious now how old he is. I don't know. He might only be in his 60s. Let me see. Oh, he's 69. Got it. Has Z heard Baby Shark? Yeah, he's not obsessed with it. It's widely known that the writers didn't like Spike as much as the audience and were upset that they had to keep writing him into the show and punished him each time he was on screen. Kind of seemed like it, yeah. I wish people would stop saying that. Josh has said that all of the characters are based on him in one way or the other, not just Xander. I mean, I can always not watch a remake and watch the original again instead. That's what I do. I do that too. It's not that Xander is based on Joss, just that Joss was adamant that he be an average guy that sees Buffy as a hero. I wouldn't mind a new Buffyverse show, but not interested in a remake with OG cast outside cameos. Yeah, it just depends on how they do it, I guess. Amber Benson said, this is the first time I'm talking about this. I had some issues with somebody on the show, and it had kind of come to a head as I was getting ready to leave. Wonder who that was. Wonder if it was Joss. Joss didn't want Xander to be supernatural, so he said Xander has an everyman perspective, which is why the Zeppo is such a brilliant episode. Leaving the show was sad because there are some of the crew and the writers had some of the cast that I just adore, but I had made my peace with that person and the show, and I was done. I'm leaving everything in a good place. I don't need to come back. And then all that shit hit the fan, and Joss realized he had messed up. Anthony Head didn't look great in Merlin. That was in 2008, so I can only imagine now. He was in Merlin? I didn't watch all of Merlin. I watched, like, the first season or something of Merlin, and then that was it. I was kind of bored with it. I know someone who can probably connect you with all the Herc and Xena episodes. I think they're free somewhere on some streaming service. Are they not? I don't even remember how I watched Xena. I think it was Amazon Prime. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, this is a time when people are like sending faxes to the production office like this was a big, horrible thing, and it was devastating to a lot of people. Yeah. There's a couple of episodes like or shows where people get so upset and frustrated and they do that. So we need Frey, not a remake or reboot. Frey will be amazing with guest appearance by the original cast. And I think it had hit Joss that he made a mistake, that he had been short-sighted. I'm curious, like, how he thinks. I would love to know more on what he thinks. Because as a creator, I think he has a really good mind. I truly, for all of his faults and for all of the things about him that are frustrating, I don't think he ever meant to hurt the LGBTQ plus community. I didn't necessarily see that as why they killed her off. But I think that was just one of the big lesbian deaths, you know? You know I love some GTA. I know you do. He just wasn't thinking. I can truly, from the bottom of my heart, say that this was nothing intentional. This was a thoughtless error. By the way, it doesn't look like Hercules is included in any streaming service at the moment. I might be able to like buy a DVD set or something somewhere. I love binge watching the reactions to the end of season 6, so I think I am going to save up in the next few vids. Okay. Yeah, it's all pay to watch a show from 1995 should be free in my opinion. Oh, for sure. For sure. From a purely storyline perspective, I wish they gave us a reason why he could not take her all of a sudden after years of him not being able to physically dominate her. Or why he could. Maybe I said why he could not. Yeah, I guess because she had hurt her back, and then the way that he pushed her, like, hurt her back some more. I don't know. Like, he caught her at a really weak moment physically, and probably, like, you know, emotionally and mentally as well, but like, she was just weak for that scene and couldn't fight back for no reason. That episode is truly traumatizing. I know. Shit. My lookup says Herc and Xena are bi shows, not streamed. I'll figure it out. Anthony Head looks surprisingly good in Ted Lasso during 2020 and 2021. He plays a womanizing bastard on the show and is very funny in the role. That's interesting. I tried to watch Ted Lasso and I just couldn't get into it. Anna loves Ted Lasso. A lot of people love Ted Lasso, and I watched it. I fully watched season 1 and season 2 or something like that, but I'm like, it just isn't for me. Anthony Stewart Head was good in Ted Lasso, horrible character, but he was good at it. Xena used to be on Netflix, but they removed it a while ago. I thought so, because I thought that I'd seen it somewhere. That is what Amber said about what happened. Yeah, no, I know what you were saying. The thing about Tara's death is that you can see it was originally an Oz storyline, so it's not a kill your gaze thing. Oz just left the character wanted, but on rewatch, you can see his arc in Tara. I never watched Oz. That's another one. Kind of goes to the same way, worried about Willow's magic and all. The breadcrumbs were there. I think if Oz stayed, he would have the same. Oh, I thought you were talking about the show Oz. Okay, wait. Now I have to reread it because I was thinking the show Oz. Hold on. The thing about Tara's death is that you can see it was originally an Oz storyline, so it's not a kill your gaze thing. Oz left because that's what the actor wanted. But on rewatch, you can see his arc in Tara. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that. Kind of goes the same way, worried about Willow's magic and all the breadcrumbs were there. Yeah, he was too. He was worried about that. I think if Oz stayed, he would have the same arc Tara had. Try not to spoil. This was part of the history. Understand why this story takes such a horrific turn. It hurt. He destroyed us, but it was not a kill your gaze trope like shows do now. I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that feeling at all. She's never shown that physical weakness during her entire run. In season 5, she got stabbed and walked it off. We've seen her been thrown through glass, on hard concrete, etc., but suddenly she can't heal. Yeah, I don't know. It was very odd. I put Tara's death in the same category of Bly Manor. In my opinion, it was good writing. I think so too. I think it was good. I think it was excellent writing as a show. Like, and this is what I was saying before. Like, if I thought about, like, from a writer's perspective, as a creator's perspective, it was brilliant what they did. As a viewer, I'm fucking pissed because Tara's like one of my favorite characters. And the thing about Lexa, like, we're gonna pull Lexa back into this. The thing about Lexa is I understand that they did what they did, but you know where they fucked up from a creator and writer standpoint? Where they fucked up with Lexa is they set it up the way that they did it. I mean, if they really had to kill her off, then what they should have done, because they set it up for, like, what's it called? Reincarnation. They set it up for Lexa to basically come back when all they ended up doing was just having Lexa, like, pop in every now and again through what's-her-face. And that was it. And she technically, like, popped back in through, like, Clark's daughter. So then it just makes shit weird. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. What they should have done was given Clark another female love interest and had the chip go into the love interest and then basically do the whole character of Lexa all over again, just with a different character or a different actor. That's what they should have done. And they didn't do it. And it was fucked up. Xena's on Prime, but you have to buy this season's. About the bathroom scene, Joss was mad people were rooting for Spike, even though he didn't have a soul, so he wanted to remind the audience that he was bad. Well, yeah, that definitely worked. Also think it was really good writing. I still remember when I first saw that episode. Oh, I'm going to remember that forever. Nissa, please stop licking. Nissa. Is one of my pet peeves. Listening to the licking noises. Ugh. Nissa. Thank you. Amber Benson is also a filmmaker and creates comic books. I need to look more into her stuff. If you're looking about Buffy as an individual show, I think it's clear that Whedon just hates happy characters, not gay characters. But Bury Your Gaze is about broader media trends. Hello. Hi. Want to get out? You want to stay in? I think you just tooted. Hard to comment about Tara's death and what is about to come without spoiling anything. Yeah, don't say anything. Individually, these deaths might make sense, but you have to ask why it happened so often across so many shows. Yeah. Lexa was horrible writing, and Killing Eve too. No respect for the audience and no imagination at all. I don't like what they did with Lexa, don't get me wrong. But if they had to do that... Oh yeah, she doesn't want to leave. She's going back in her corner. But if they had to do that, they totally set it up for reincarnation. And the fact that they just completely neglected that, I was so mad. She made the film Chance and acts in it together with James Marsters. Huh. Didn't know that. Lexa coming back through Clark's daughter makes me think of Jackie and Callie on Yellow Jackets. Yeah, I can see that. With she, I meant Amber. No, I know what you meant. Buffy was injured for a while in Fools for Love. It's rare, but sometimes she takes a bit to recover. I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's also connected to her emotions, you think? Like her emotional point, like, makes her body... It takes her body longer to heal if she's in a stronger emotional... Or if she's in, like, if she's dealing with a lot emotionally. Would be cool to see everything playing out with Oz dying and Tara alive, but I don't know how the rest of the show would turn out. Who knows? The thing about good writing... Because, okay, if Oz died, then Willow would always have this, like, weird thought and, like, would always love Oz and, like, you know, I don't know. I don't think it would have turned out right. The thing about good writing is that it has to be, or it has to have a logical reason to exist. Buffy's storylines in season 6 exist purely for drama, purely for the characters can't be happy shtick. I get that. A pet peeve in her pet, the irony. I know. Well, it's not just a dog licking thing. It's the whole mouth noises really freaks me out. Hi, Nissa. I know they're saying hi to you. Bitch, leave me the fuck alone. She's like, I came over there for pets for like a few seconds, okay? So just leave me alone. It's not that Joss hates happy characters. He loves them and writes. So we all love them. I think we didn't want him to focus on core 3, hence splitting up Anya and Xander and losing Tara. Yeah, you can tell. Joss may have said that all the characters have aspects of him, but Xander comes off as the most strongest. I really don't believe season 6 is purely for drama. Those characters have always been extremely flawed. What season 6 did was remove their parent, Giles, from the picture. Yeah, and shit goes downhill. Basically, that's like what happened. What episode was the last watched? Seeing Red. When you look at the overall character development from beginning to end, the storylines don't add up. Which ones? He was running out of ideas, so season 6 and season 7 are a total what the fuck. A lesbian who can't stand the sound of licking. The irony. I mean, I don't... Yeah, but the sound is completely different. I don't know. Do you really want to hear just someone just like it's gross? No. Hello, bestie. Oh, she didn't respond to you. Oh, or are you talking about me? Son of a bitch. I keep dropping. I need to throw this trash bag out. So many tissues in here. Make cookies. Get me the stuff to make cookies. Joss likes to not give his audience what they want, but will make them feel, even if that feeling is to be pissed off. Yeah. Not an ASMR fan. It depends on the ASMR. But for the most part, no, I'm not an ASMR person either. But if it's like, if it's something that's not like the sand ones, don't bother me. But if it comes to mouth noises, no. Isn't it water that you're afraid of? Yes and no. It's not technically water that I'm afraid of. I am afraid of like being wet. I think that Whedon said for Buffy season 6 storyline was that if you're going to bring a character back from the dead, there have to be real consequences. Her whole season 6 arc was basically that. True. I hate ASMR. I hate it so much. It grosses me out. Ugh. Speaking of the 100, do you think that Octavia and Diyoza would have been a couple? I don't know, because I never finished the 100. I've only seen parts where it dealt with Clark and either Lexa. I watched all the way up until Lexa's death, and then I stopped watching after that. And then I watched scenes where it was just Clark and supposed Lexa scenes, or when someone talked about Lexa. So I don't know. They do add up, but we all have different opinions. Oh, for sure. But that's another reason why I like to go live and I like to talk about all this stuff, because even if other people have different opinions than me, I'd love to know about it. And it makes things more interesting. Season 1 through season 5 was on Warner Brothers. Season 6 through 7 was on UPN network. So different things were allowed, I think. Oh. Okay. I mean, life is often drama. Death is a part of life. It makes all sense in my head to do these storylines, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it was, like I said, as a creator and as a writer and everything, I think it was really good for the show. You forgot to take Zion's trash out? Maybe you forgot to take Zion's trash out. Actually, I was going to end up taking his trash out and I did forget. Because normally I take his trash out when I take my trash out, and I haven't taken my trash out yet. Have you taken his trash out, or has his trash been piling up? Willow, Spike, Xander, Anya, none of it works. Think of how each of their character arcs were going up to that point. My thing is, I liked Anya and Xander together, but I don't know. Like, there was also, like, there was just this thing in the back of my mind, and I'm like, I don't know. Let's make a cooking video. Why? That's true. The show switched to UPN from Warner Brothers for season 6 and 7. The UPN was supposed to be edgier back then, so he tried to make it edgier. Natural sounds like rain or storms are so much better than ASMR. Oh, agreed. Fully. How much does Baby Z weigh, and how is he doing? We just took him to the doctor the other day because he wasn't feeling good either. But he weighs like a little under 20 pounds, which we all thought he was going to be over 20 pounds, but he was not. But he's doing better now because we were all sick for a while. And we took him to the doctor Monday. And he has medication. Pretty much ever since he's been taking medication, he's been really good. Just can't wait for him to get fully better. You don't need to finish the 100, but yes to Octavia and Diyoza. Cool. As far as I can remember, Buffy's the only female fighter character that I can remember that likes to be girly. True. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Well, in the show, for sure, yeah, because I think the only other strong one... Well, no, not necessarily, because there's other strong female characters. I mean, Darla. I would say that Darla likes to be girly, too. Unless you're just talking about, like, something in particular. Oh, you're taking it out? Okay, cool. what Spike did seemed out of character to me, because even though he didn't have a soul, he was always a gentleman with the woman he loved, or with the women he loved. Yeah, it did seem very out of character for him, for sure. The Willow abusing magic thing was building throughout season 5 and came to a head on season 6. It didn't come out of nowhere. I don't think that one came out of nowhere, for sure. Warren is the most realistic villain. What he did and what happened to Tara occurs every day, unfortunately. Joyce dying from an aneurysm happens in real life. Oh, yeah. I will say that I would have preferred that they stuck with more of a power corrupts angle than a magic is drugs angle, but it kind of works. It does. I think it would work both ways, but yeah. Oh, man. Just that episode. I'm glad I can talk about it, though, because, like, yeah, it was rough. When Drew broke up with Spike, he said he would torture her until she loves him again. It's 100% a part of his character. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, well, yeah, I mean, him and Buffy always fought. But I think I think you can fight someone. You can be dark, that kind of dark person that's always like fighting and all of that. But I think it's a different kind of darkness to do that. That's what seemed out of character. Do you know what your movie reaction is that is coming up soon? Have no freaking clue. I need to look at the comments from the last one. I know I want to do a Christmas, like I'm wanting to do Christmas movies for the next 2 movies, but I don't know which ones yet. And I took Monday and Tuesday off because I need to take more PTO days off because they don't roll over. So I took Monday and Tuesday off, so I'll be able to do more stuff then. Hi, Bubba. Hi, my love. Come here. Come here. Come here. You can come here. Come here. Come here, bud. Zion. Come here, Nissa. Ah! Here. Come here, bud. Oh. My baby boy. Oh. Ah, my baby boy. Why are your legs like that? Because I'm happy. Come on, Poncho. Uh-oh. Got waffle in your booger. What are you doing? Oh no. Don't pull that. Don't pull that. Oh. No, no. Don't pull on the wires. No. What? What? I know. It's almost bath time soon. No, sir. Is it already? 15 minutes. Learn to take your trash out? Oh, man. You're so freaking cute. Cutest boy ever. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye. I'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah. Hope he doesn't freak out. Where was it? Willow abusing magic storyline didn't come out of nowhere, but the analogy towards drugs, the idea of her offing an animal in the first episode, her violating Tara's mind, that's a huge shift. Hey, so have you seen it, that episode? Yes, I have. His relationship with Harmony wasn't great either. No, it wasn't. I don't know, but I just never saw him as one of those people that would do that. But, you know. Is it a huge shift? She gave Dawn a book that helped her towards resurrecting Joyce, and during that scene, she clearly had no idea why resurrecting was wrong. She was focused on hard. Welcome to the sick club. You all feeling better. I just got over one, a bad throat infection. Ugh. Yeah, I have a sinus infection right now. It sucks, but I have antibiotics. Use your PTO, all of it. Oh, yeah, no, I am. I have like 4 days left, so I am taking off Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm taking off like a couple other days too. Hi, Baby Z. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Cass's family. Baby. Uh-oh, things are getting too cute. My baby boy, he's so freaking cute. He's the cutest boy ever. You need a brain cleaner after the darkness, and Zion and Nissa show up. That works too. Oh my God, I knew you had a dog, and when the door opened, I thought it was the dog because the person was on her knees in the shadow. It scared the shit out of me when the girl stood up. Jasmine. That's funny. Aw. Z. Hi, cutie. They grow up so fast. Enjoy him while he's little. Oh, I am. He's my cute little boy. There we go. How about Gremlins as your Christmas movie? Maybe, but I've seen it a long time ago. I think you should see the movie Yes, Virginia. There is a Santa Claus. It's a great movie based on her story. His plan to get back Drew was to tie her up and torture her until she liked him again. Yeah, he isn't the smartest. That's for sure. I know, but he is the cutest boy that there is and ever will be. Willow tried to use magic to get her and Xander to stop making out. She almost used it to hurt Oz when he cheated. She used it to defy nature and bring Buffy back. I'd say Willow abusing magic is pretty on par. It's just matched up with her, like, emotions. dropping these stupid things. Yeah, she uses them a lot when she gets upset. I can't wait to see what she ends up doing now. But that was the sort of thing that makes sense with Drew. For sure. That episode, what you think? Do you think it was the worst BYG trope? What's BYG? For me, the moment I saw an issue with Magic and Willow was in one episode when she got upset. She projected a flying pencil into a tree. Willow always wanted to get better and more powerful. I remember that. That was an early on episode. That was like a season 2 or 3 episode or something like that. Are you still planning on something for a Christmas stream with your sister? I don't know. I guess not. I haven't talked to her that much about it. So probably not. I can talk to her about it. It might be too late to do one, but we'll see. Willow also used dark magic to get revenge on Glory. Yeah, that too. Cass, you romanticize villains because you want to redeem one. That scene was to remind you that he is a soulless demon. It'll take more than a chip to even start to change. A crush can't change him. I want to disagree with you, but I don't. But yeah, I think you're right. Bury you gays, which is a ridiculous notion that puts forward the idea that gay characters are killed off, which is something that happens to a lot of characters, gay or otherwise. Oh, for sure. But am I going to point out the gay ones? Hell yeah. She also almost became a vengeance demon. It was an accident, but she used a spell to move on from Oz because the regular way would take too long. She always abused magic with no thoughts about morality. Yeah, I remember that too. The thing is that she got too powerful. Golly, man. The problem with this Spike argument is that they showed him having free will to do right things prior to season 6. There's just so many, there's so many things with Spike. But I think that's why it makes him a good villain, because like deep down he is and will always be a villain, right? Is what they're saying. So the fact that he still struggles with like doing the right thing and having free will and everything, I think it makes him a pretty damn good villain. The issue is that Spike's morality isn't something that comes from within him. He is trying to do things that he thinks Buffy thinks is right, and sometimes he gets it wrong. Yeah, because he's not doing it based off of what he thinks is right. It's what she thinks is right. Okay, just coming in, we seem to be talking about Buffy, so I have to ask, how far are you? I just finished Seeing Red, season 6, episode 19. I just finished that one. Like right before stream. He was close with Joyce even before the chip. He routinely chose to team up with Buffy when it was in his interest. He even took care of Dawn while Buffy was dead, so his season 6 behavior feels forced. Well, especially that one part, yeah. Also, hello. Yes, hello. He always does the right things for Buffy. Not to blame Buffy, but she kind of made him think if he pushed enough, she would always surrender to him. He does that a lot this season, way before that scene. Having free will doesn't mean you're incapable of doing bad things. Same with love. Just because he loves her doesn't mean he's incapable of hurting her too. Oh, for sure. I think people who love each other hurt each other. They don't mean to. I don't think it's that's their intention. And I'm not innocent in that. I've hurt people that I love. It's not my intention to do so. But you do. You end up hurting people that you love. I don't hurt people physically. But what is your favorite season so far? I only caught up with some of your videos. So far, I think season 5 would have been better if it didn't have... I wasn't a big fan of Glory as a villain. So if there was maybe a different villain, then season 5 would be my favorite. Season 6 might end up being my favorite. We'll see how it ends up ending. But so far, season 5 is my favorite. I'm not sure whether BYG was a trope before this. Maybe it wasn't so much trope at the time, or maybe this was what started it. I don't know if either is better or worse. I don't know what BYG means. With the whole Tara thing, did you see that coming? No, not at all. At first, when it very first happened, she mentioned something to do with Willow's shirt. I thought that Willow got shot. And then she turned and looked at Tara, and then I was like, holy shit. Good night, everyone. Good night, Tracy. Spike has been abusing Buffy the entire season. As soon as he thought he could hurt her, what did he do? He immediately tried to kill an innocent person and then tried to kill Buffy. For sure. I think he bases a lot of his emotions. Like, he goes, anytime that he gets hurt, he goes back into his like monster phase or not phase, but like his monster part of himself. And he does things like that. So I think even though he doesn't have a soul, he still has emotions, and he doesn't quite know how to deal with emotions not as a monster. And I feel like that's where he's struggling currently, is trying to figure out how to deal with his emotions without bringing the monster out. But I don't think we're probably going to see a change in that. If we do see a change in that, it'll be next season. Or maybe at the very, very end of the season. I don't know. The way that they made things look is that in this episode, he's like leaving and then he'll be back later. So Spike loved Buffy and cared about what Buffy thought of him. So he did things that he thought she would want him to do. It's not about right or wrong. It was just about her. Well, right. That's what I'm saying. He's not doing it based off of what he thinks is right or wrong. He's doing it based off of what she thinks is right and wrong. That's what he struggles with. He doesn't know what's right or wrong. He does it based off of her. BYG means bury your gays. Oh. Problematic trope of shows killing off LGBT characters for various reasons. Gotcha. Have you seen Sleepy Hollow? No, I have not. Sorry for your Buffy emotional trauma. Thank you. Well, Spike goes to the demon part because it gives him power. Yeah, I can see that. Or it makes him feel empowered. Really late. Glad I made it. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Spike also needs blood, so nomming on someone isn't all about being bad. Well, no, he needs that to survive, right? Or at least he needs blood to survive. He doesn't have to suck it out of someone or whatever in order to survive. But yeah. I'm happy that audiences are digging deep into the Spike lore, but unfortunately, the writers didn't execute any of these ideas on screen. We as audiences are trying to rationalize the forced writing, which is another reason why I think it was still good writing, even though it was forced writing, because we're still talking about it like 20 some odd years later. The death of Tara was a character development for Willow. For sure. All right, guys, as much as I would like to continue this conversation, I have to go help give Zion a bath. And yeah, but we can always continue this conversation next week or in the chat section of the video that's going to be out tomorrow. But if you want to watch it tonight, it's going to be on Patreon tonight. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here and letting me talk about that episode. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.